Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? How's been trading? I hope it's going well. I hope it's going well. You are welcome to this live stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please confirm you can hear me clearly. Confirm you can hear me clearly, and also confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can hear me clearly and also see my screen. Thanks for joining. Any question, you can drop it in the comment section. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Also confirm you can see my screen. Okay. So in the next 9 minutes, the next 8 retail sales will be released from the United States. Okay, and that is why we are here. We want to see if we would find opportunity to make money. Okay, trading the news. Okay, let's wait. In the next 8 minutes, the news will be released. Okay, so while we wait, if you have any pair you want us to look at, just let me know. Drop in the comment section. If there's any pair you want us to look at, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so let's see what's happening on. Let's start with DXY. Let's see what's happening. So DXY, as you can see, it has been in a range for some time. It has created buy-side liquidity. It has also created sell-side liquidity. Okay, so price will either go for the buy-side liquidity or go for the sell-side liquidity. That should be our expectation on DXY. Okay, so if the data comes out positive for if it comes out positive for the dollar, we should expect buy-side liquidity to be cleared. So we should expect buy-side liquidity to be cleared. But if it comes out negative for the dollar, we should expect more bearish move on dollar. Okay, should expect more bearish move on dollar. Okay, so like I said, our bias for the week for dollar still remains bearish technically. So we could see price pull back to fill this fair value gap. If the news comes out for the dollar, price might pull back to fill this fair value gap before going bearish. Okay, but if it comes out positive for the dollar, price could clear the liquidity residing at this previous high. Okay, so we still have a fair value gap on this 1 hour. So if price it clears that liquidity, we could look for opportunity to sell from this zone. Wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form around these areas before we go for sell. Okay, before we go for sell. So that's my take on DXY. That's my take on DXY. Bearish on the dollar. You can see the momentum, the bearish or the bullish momentum so far, I think get open this week, has been weak. The bearish momentum has been weak. It's been weak. It's been weak. Sorry, I mean the bullish momentum. The bullish momentum has been weak. It's been weak. Buyers are not set yet. Buyers are not set yet. Okay, buyers are not set yet. Let's see if the news would favor the dollar. Let's see. Okay, so that's it for DXY. Let's look at the yen. Let's look at the yen. Okay, let's look at the yen. Okay, so where is yen? You would also see that yen also has been in a range for some time. It has been in a range for some time. Let's start with the daily. So on the daily time frame, you can see Japanese yen has been respecting previous highs, as you can see. From this point, it's been respecting previous highs. You can see that downward it indicates trend. It indicates that the yen is becoming weaker. Okay, but let's go down to 4 hour. After yesterday candle, see yesterday candle closed as a okay. Yesterday candle closed as a doji, right? Yeah. Okay. So spinning bottom. Okay, spinning bottom. Then let's go down to 4 hour. So you can see on 4 hour what we have here. So this is a buy setup. Okay, you can see the pattern on 4 hour. This is an inverted hammer, and this next candle closed bullish. It created a resistance, and 4 hour candle is above this resistance. It also created a resistance here. You see this 4 hour candle close above that resistance. This indicates that there's more demand on USD, on JPY, sorry, on JPY, on yen baskets. So it might go for current 4 hour closes bullish. It might go for the liquidity residing at this previous high. If you go down to 1 hour, it might, okay, so it created a fair value gap at this point. So it might want to pull back to fill this fair value gap. Okay, it might want to fill this fair value gap before bearish. Okay, so okay, so that's my take on JPY. Okay, you could look for buys, short buys on JPY, on yen. Okay, look for short buys. I think long term is still bearish, but short. Let me see the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, okay, last week closed as a doji, as you can see. It closed as a doji. Okay, it closed as a doji. Last week closed as a doji. And you can see the pattern we had here last week. We had an engulfing pattern here. Can you see this? We had an engulfing pattern here. Price pulled back to fill fair value gap it's created at this point. Okay, if you go down to lower time frame, I'm sure there's a fair value that was created here. Let's confirm that on the daily. It's created a fair value gap. Okay, we're on the daily, right? 4 hour. So you can see on 4 hour, it's created a fair value gap. You can see the fair value gap it's created. Price pulled back, filled that fair value gap, and there was a pullback from that area. You can see that. So it's a bearish setup on the 4 hour, and also on the daily time frame, it is bearish. It is bearish. Only consider buying if price breaks probably this resistance. 4 hour candle breaks this resistance, then one can consider buying. But at the moment, I think the peers are still in control. The peers are still in control on yen. I hope that is clear. Okay. 2 more minutes to go. 2 more minutes. Let's see. GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay, so GBP USD, like I shared with you guys in the morning, let's pull back. Okay, on GBP USD, GBP USD is likely going to pull back to fill fair value gaps. Okay, before going pull, wait for the pullback on. So you can see, okay, this is 4 hour. So look for buys at this zone, and I shared my reasons for buying from these zones. Okay, you can see we had this is a mitigation block. We have a mitigation, or you call it your resistance, stone support, and we also have a fair value gap. So there's a confluence here. Okay, so this would be a good area to consider buying. When price fills this gap, wait for a bullish reversal pattern to form on 1 hour or 4 hour before you buy. Okay, and I think we have a fair value gap above that area. I think it's on the daily time frame. We have a fair value gap here, so GU might come fill this fair value gap. Okay, it might come fill this fair value gap. Okay, it might come fill this fair value gap. Wait for price to pull back to this zone, then buy to this zone. I hope that is clear. So that's my take on GBP USD. Still very bullish on GBP USD this week, but I want to see price pull back. I want to see price pull back to a fair value gap before going bullish. I hope that's okay. Let's see other pairs. Euro USD. If there's any pair you want us to look at, let me know. Okay, the news released. The news has been released. Let's see. We should see high volatility in the market. We should see increased volatility in the market. Let's see. Like I said, this could be negative. Okay, it could be negative just considering what is happening in the US economy. Okay, it's positive. It came out positive for the dollar, so we should expect more. Okay, so dollar is going to buy. Dollar is likely going to buy. You can see the forecast 0. The actual is 0.5, and forecast for this is 1.3, and the actual is 1.4. The difference isn't much. This is 0.1% difference, and this one is 0.1 also 0.1%. So let's see how the markets will react. Let's see how traders react to this news. Okay, so let's see what's happening on DXY now. Seems like everything just at the moment. Okay, so let's see. Seems everything is just paused at the moment. Okay, so let's see. Let's go down to clearly on lower time frame. Okay, so you can see on 15 minutes. Let's see. So okay, so since the news favored the dollar, it might push price up. Okay, might push it up to fill these fair value gaps. Okay, so let's see how the market reacts to the news. Okay, so let's see which other instrument should we look at. Australian dollar, USD, Australian dollar, USD. Okay, so Australian dollar, USD. And buyers is still bullish on Australian dollar, USD, but price might pull back. Let's see. Price might pull back on USD, probably to fill a fair value gap it created. Let's see 1 hour time frame. So you can see it created a fair value gap here. So this is where I will be considering buying. Okay, this is where I'll be considering buying. Okay, I want to see price. Price is likely going to pull back to this area. Okay, so that price pulls back to this area for me to buy. Price breaks out from this resistance I'm looking at for. If a 4-hour candle breaks out from this resistance, that will be a buy, or it pulls back to this fair value gap. Okay, so this is the area I will be considering buying Australian dollar USD. I hope that is clear. Any question? Have any question? Drop it in the comment section. Any question? Any question? Any question? Let's see USD JPY and gold also. Okay, USD daily. Okay. So since the data was positive for US, we should expect a little pullback. Okay, we should expect a little pullback on UJ. Should expect a little pullback on UJ. Okay, if price breaks out from the high of this doji, one could consider buying. Price should close above the high. If price does not close above this high, UJ is still bearish. If price doesn't close above the high of this doji, UJ is still bearish. It is still bearish. You can see here, you can see the pattern that formed here. This is a doji. Okay, this is a doji. The resistance has been created here. So if price does not break out from this zone, we should expect more bearish move on UJ. If price does not break out from this zone, we should expect more sales on UJ. Should expect more sales on UJ. When 4-hour candle breaks out from this resistance area, it's likely going to go for the buy side liquidity. Okay. Any question, any question, any question? Any question, any question, any question, let me know in the comment section. Any question, let me know in the comment section. If there are no questions, I will end the stream. Do you have any question? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's look at, before we end the session, let's look at gold. Gold has been bullish. Here's the gold, here's the chart. Okay, gold has been bullish. Gold has been bullish, and I think gold is still bullish. Still bullish, but I would have loved to see gold pull fair value gap. Okay, I would have loved to see gold pull back to test these fair value gaps. Okay, I'd love gold to pull back to test this fair value gap, but the probability is slim. Probability to pull back to this area is very slim. Buying gold now. Yeah, buying gold. Okay. So this could be a good area. This zone here could be a good area to consider, buying. Let's say if price would retrace to this area, then from this area we could look for buy opportunity. Look for buy opportunity from this area. So that's my take on gold. So since there are no questions, that will be all for this session. I want to believe you've given this video a thumbs up. Thanks for always showing up for the classes. I believe you're getting much value from all the sessions. Okay, so I look forward to having you in the next class. Do have a great day.